Welcome to Agency Scaling Secrets. I'm Solomon Timothy. Today's question is it best to hire full-time employees initially? All right, so this is a great question. Agency owners ask me this all the time, especially when you're getting started. Should I be hiring full-time people? Should I be hiring part-time, contractors, freelancers? Well, let's dive in. So this is a great question that agency owners, small and large, always struggle with. Should I be hiring full-time so I don't have to worry about managing them? Maybe people in different time zones cause issues from a manager perspective. Or should you be working with someone part-time or a contractor, perhaps a white label provider? What should I be doing first? Should I just go off and start hiring? Well, here's my quick answer. What sort of help do you really need, right? If you have the workload to hire someone full-time and you have the cash flow coming, absolutely. Or you have investable assets, you have several $100,000, you have it in the bank, you want to start paying somebody's salary at $50,000 or whatever it is, perfectly fine, because you can cover your costs. Most agencies that are just getting started, they're not necessarily like a tech startup with cash. In other words, they have more time than they have cash. So what I recommend for those types of agencies, outside of the founders themselves, work with someone on a contract basis. Have them do something very specific like appointment setting. Have them do something specific like social media management or creating some content for you, because they're gonna come with years of experience. They're gonna do a better job, they're gonna do it faster. It's gonna be quicker than hiring one person, which may not actually do all the things that you're looking for. When it comes to white label partnerships, someone like Clickx can do a ton of things for an agency at absolutely no cost, right? So until you have a client, there is no fulfillment cost that you absorb. So you should be working on acquiring client and having us be ready to go on the fulfillment side without hiring anyone to do any sort of creative work, ad copies, ad ops, any operations related work you're not having to do, because our team is already in place. All you do is piggyback on our resources when you need it without costing you anything on a per client basis, right? So the only time you would pay a partner like us is if you had won a client. So you say you got a client at $4,000, then you would come and buy whatever services for that client. So it leaves you in a much better cash flow position for a new agency. That's why this model works really well, because even if you were to hire contractors, they're still going to want some monthly consistency in their income. So you're already adding on overhead, even though you're not generating any revenue yet. Our job is to help you create that cash flow, create new revenue, new customer acquisition, and then you would have any sort of cost associated with it. Even if you have 10 new clients come on in the first month, we have the team to be able to manage that and support that instantly, right? So it gives so much flexibility and scalability for new agencies without having to look for talent, without having to spend money recruiting and all the costs associated with that and the time. You could flex your scaling muscles much faster, save that money, right? Save that cash until you actually need somebody to come on board. And when you know what you need, you can easily afford that person because you're in a much better place. You have cash flow coming in, and you probably want to hire somebody to do some administrative work to free you up to do more sales or something along those lines. So this is a great question, one that a lot of agency owners struggle with. And I've always been the guy to just hire, but we're also working on generating sales, so it makes sense, which is why we learned everything about agency scaling and the issues, the red flags, the scalability challenges. To get us to where we are today, we had to first be in your shoes, just like you are today. So this is a great question. Thank you for asking this. So if you like this video, click that like button, consider subscribing, leave me a comment, tell me your thoughts about hiring full-time, part-time, contractors, freelancers, wherever you find them from. I'd love to hear your feedback and maybe even have a follow-up. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.